Hey everybody, this is just kind of like a completely random tag of ain't nobody got time for that, because you know there's just some things that you just don't have time for, and I don't live for that. So I'm gonna go into my little rant, you know, and there may be some things that some of you can relate to as well. So I'm just gonna get into it. You know, like, okay, when you go to a restaurant, right, and you sit down and you're really hungry and you start looking at the menu like, that looks good. Ooh, what's that? You know, and you just start looking over the menu, and then your waiter comes and then they go, hey, how you guys doing today? Whatever. And like, oh, I'm doing good, yeah. And then they go into like, well, let me get into telling you the specials today. And it just feels like it takes them 5 minutes to finish telling you the specials that you're totally not interested in. They're like telling you stuff that you never heard of. Like, they'll say, oh, well, we have like goat spinach dip with, you know, cow cheese, and just like weird stuff like cucumber milk, and you're like, I don't know what cucumber milk is, and they go into telling you what's in it, and you're just like zoning out. I'm like, yeah, oh, well, I'll take a cheeseburger, and because like that is too much. Like, I don't want to know what the specials of the day are. I don't want spinach artichoke dip soup. I don't have time for all of that. I don't. You know, like, okay, when you and your girlfriends, you decide, okay, let's go have nightlife fun. You know, you go out somewhere, and you know, it's a lot of people there and guys, and you know, you're dressed pretty cute and stuff, and you walk through, okay, for example, if you walk through the door to get in the nightlife fun, and then someone grabs their arm. Hey, can I talk to you for a minute? And your arm is just like, get off of me, get off of me. And they're just grabbing your arm. I just think that is the most disgusting thing a guy could ever do. Like, why are you grabbing all of my arm, and then you have to go all like that to get off? I don't have time for that. Because if I'm not interested, I'm not gonna stop. Don't grab all of my arm, and I have to do some kind of, you know, like it's a ball of yarn, and I have to untangle myself, and we're over here doing all of this, and I have to, like, don't grab my arm. I don't have time for that. Some people may be surprised, but you know, since I have a beauty and YouTube channel, I don't wear makeup and do my hair every day because I don't have time for that. I'm already tired and irritable. I'm not gonna sit there and have the patience to do my makeup and do my hair and look extra cute. I don't have time for that. It's too early. Half the time I'm really confused. I'm like, where's my eyeliner? Where's the matte? I don't have time for it. I do own a lot of makeup, but I don't wear it in the morning time. You know, like some people like, oh, show us your morning routine. Can you do a get ready with me video? No, because I don't have time for that, because I'm not sitting there doing all of that in the morning, you know, or whenever I decide to leave, I just leave. I don't even put on makeup because I don't have time for it, you know. It's just too much. It's too much. But I do have time for it when I'm trying to be cute, you know, when I want to go out and be, you know, be cute. You know, like when, okay, you're driving and you notice, oh no, I'm about to be on E, let me hurry up and get to a gas station. So you pull up to the gas station, right? And you're like, oh, let me get my debit card, you know, whoop whoop. And then you get your debit card out and you get out to pump your gas, and you notice that the pump says either out of order or only taking cash. And I'm like, I don't have time for this. And you're in a rush, and you gotta walk all the way in there either to pay with cash, or you don't have any cash, so now you're like, what am I gonna do? So, and all the other pumps are like full, and people are taking forever, so then you don't have cash. So you're trying to like make life decisions, like, I don't have cash, what do I do? Or either the pump is out of order and you gotta maneuver your car all over the place and wait behind somebody, and you have somewhere to go. I don't have time for that, and especially when you go wait behind someone's pump and they know you're waiting on them and they take forever just to pump their gas, and then they get in and just sitting there looking around, getting on the phone, doing this and doing that. I'm like, I know you are done. You know, I don't have time for this. That really pisses me off. That happened to me a few days ago and I was like so over it. You know, I like going shopping for clothes here and there, but I don't have time to be trying on a million clothes in the dressing room because I don't have time for that. I don't live for that, and I don't have time for it because it's not fun. Trying on clothes and stuff isn't fun. Surprisingly, some people may think that's fun, but it's not fun for me, and I don't have time for that, so I don't do it. What I do is I buy my clothes, then try them on whenever I feel like it, and then if it doesn't fit, then I'll exchange it. Plus, I don't like going into dressing rooms because it be smelling like stank vagina crease. I'm gonna be completely blunt. People do not take baths and showers, and I just can't stand being in a closed, confined space of stank vagina smell and stank crevice, and someone didn't wash their booty and their china as well as they should, and it's just the aroma is spreading all in the, you know, in the facility. I just don't have time for smelling stank and trying on clothes in Forever 21, and it's always Forever 21 where someone's stank body odors, whatever they have going on, stinks. I don't have time for that, so I just, you know, take my clothes and just go home, and then if it doesn't fit, then I'll worry about it later. But I'm just not gonna go in, especially Fox Hills one. I don't have time for that. I don't have time. Okay, this goes like with anything, like, okay, whether you're calling like an insurance company or your bank or whatever, and you have to be put on hold forever. I don't have time for that. One time I was on hold for like 15 to 30 minutes and I fell asleep while I was on hold, you know, because when I get put on hold, I put it on speaker, and I was just really sleepy that day, so I put the, you know, my phone on speaker, and I have fell asleep. I just don't have time for that. Like, they need to, you know, hire some more people to answer the phone so the wait time isn't all forever. Like, I don't have time for that. It's just, it feels like I'm vintaging, you know, like I'm getting old. Like I'm over here on hold and I'm getting vintage, and it's just too long and it's just too much for me. I hate being on hold with companies. The DMV, I don't have time for. I really don't have time for that, and every time I go to the DMV, I feel like I'm entering hell, and God has punished me for sinning. It's just, it's not fun, and I always feel like I have done something terribly wrong when I go to the DMV because the treatment is terrible, and I just walk away feeling very, you know, uncomfortable. One, the DMV is always dirty, and why in the DMV is there always someone's dirty baby walking around with no shoes on? Like, literally every time I go to the DMV, it's someone's dirty baby walking around crying with no shoes on. I do not have time for that. It's another thing that I really don't have time for, and I'm sure if you know, if you're a girl, you go to these stores, either Victoria's Secret or Bath and Body Works, and you know, you walk in there, and I can really speak and say this myself because I used to work at Bath and Body Works, and I can't stand, and I don't have time for when I go in there as a shopper when they want to demo, you know, products on me that I really don't have time for, and majority of the time the products that they want to demo on you stink or just really isn't your style. So like when you come in there like, hi, welcome to Bath and Body Works, you want to try all of this stuff, do you want to try this? And they just start spraying, you're just like no. Like, you don't have time for that, and it stinks, and then you're walking around the store with this stank lotion or spray on. It's just, they just go ham and just it's too much. Like, I do understand that from working in Bath and Body Works, that's, you know, they're trying to push a product and that's what they do, to demo, to push a product to meet sales. But I don't have time for that, and I don't want to wear stink lotion. Let me smell it first, and then I can make the decision if I want to try that out, because I don't want to wear stink lotion. I don't have time for that. The thought of this makes me feel really gross, and I will say I don't have time for mooching guys. I'm about to be 24 years old, and it's just seeming like certain guys or some guys these days do not have it together and want to mooch off of girls. And I don't have time for that. You know, I'm doing pretty good for myself. I have my own things, my own car, my own place, pay my own stuff by myself. And then, you know, you meet somebody and then they, you know, don't have it all the way together and they want to start mooching off of you, trying to be all up in your house and be all up in your car, be all up in your pockets. Like, ain't nobody got time for all of that you got going on. You can go right back to where you came from with all of that, because I'm not anybody's mother yet, and I don't have any 25-year-old babies. Like, especially guys, take care of me, you know. It's about whining and dining me. I'm not a man. I shouldn't be whining and dining you. Like, get your life, okay? Ugh, I don't have time for moocher! This next thing has to do with YouTube that I really don't have time for, and I've always struggled. You know, me and YouTube's relationship have always struggled with this, and I don't have time for YouTube to keep continuing to change the layout. And just when I was starting to get used to the old one, like, I don't have time for that, because I was just getting used to the old one. Now you want to switch up and change stuff, and I'm like, where's this? How do I do that? I'm like, YouTube needs to figure out what they want to look like. I was just feeling comfortable and just now getting used to the old one, and I just really don't have time for it, and I just need YouTube to really figure out, you know, what are we doing here? So help me so I can better understand our relationship. Like, you know, I just truly do miss the old YouTube days when you just gave the video some stars. 4 stars or 5 stars, however many was. You guys remember that. The old throwback days. Just all this extra I don't have time for. So if you shared any of the same things that I discussed and want to, you know, talk about them, feel free to comment below. Or if you want to do a video response, you can always do that as well. And thank you guys so much for watching.